Air. We have the laptop itself, your typical paperwork, along with a power brick and the included charging cable. But here is the MacBook Air itself, and it looks awesome. I really like this midnight color. It's a dark blue that almost looks black depending on how the light hits it. The MacBook Air now has a flat design instead of the tapered one that we had before. On the side, we have a MagSafe charging port now. The next big change we have is the screen, with it now being bigger thanks to having thinner bezels and a notch that goes around the display itself. It's 25% brighter than before. There's now 4 speakers instead of just 2. The function keys now have full height instead of it's what's underneath it. With this new MacBook Air being powered by Apple's all-new M2 chip, which Apple says is between 18 and 35% faster than the M1 chip. At first glance, this thing looks kind of like a Nintendo Switch. Up front and center, we have a 7-inch touchscreen. In terms of controls, you have your traditional stuff like the thumbsticks, the ABXY buttons, and the shoulder triggers. There's a trackpad on each side, and then on the back, there's 4 of these grip buttons where you can actually map them to different in-game actions. Back to the front, we have dual firing front-facing speakers, a Steam and quick settings button, and then up top, you have your volume buttons, a headphone jack, a USB-C port that can output to a TV in addition to charging, and a power button. And then at the bottom, there's nothing there but a micro SD slot. But the big story with the Steam Deck is the power. Unlike the Nintendo Switch, the Steam Deck is using a much more powerful custom AMD APU. I've actually been getting excellent performance, and the battery lasts up to 7 to 8 hours according to Valve, depending on the game that you play. And when it doesn't last that long, there is a 45-watt fast charger included in the box. MagSafe battery packs I've ever seen, and the reason why is pretty clear, with it having a transparent design that actually lets you see what's on the inside, with the board, the charging portal, and the magnets that line up perfectly with the iPhone, all being visible through this plastic cover. But beyond just the looks, the battery pack also has some added functionality, with this little flap on the back unfolding and acting as a stand, allowing you to prop your MagSafe iPhone up in either portrait mode or in landscape mode while continuing to charge. And when you're done with it, it just folds right back up using magnets, making the battery pack slim enough to fit in your pocket. Now, the battery pack itself has a 5,000 mAh capacity, with Momax saying that it can charge your iPhone at up to 10 watts, which isn't the fastest wireless charging speed in the world, but it is faster than Apple's own battery pack, while also looking a heck of a lot cooler. The most futuristic, the LG OLED Flex, a 42-inch 4K screen that can bend itself. It's able to do this with the motor in the back, flexing these arms back and forth, from fully flat all the way to a 900R curve, which combined with a 40-watt speaker system and diffusion lighting effects in the back, makes this thing feel like it's straight out of a sci-fi movie. At 100% curve, the edges of the screen are roughly 4.5 inches out from the center. And what's cool about it though is you can control how curved it goes. Everything on here looks absolutely amazing. It's OLED, you get perfect blacks, nearly perfect colors, and high dynamic range, all at a 4K resolution with a 120Hz refresh rate. Of course, at $3,000, it's really expensive. But if you want the best of the best, if you want the coolest and most futuristic monitor/TV on the planet, Quest Pro, Facebook's new $1,500 mixed reality headset that comes with some pretty cool new features. The front is now significantly less bulky than before, which is in part thanks to the new pancake lenses that Meta says are 40% thinner, and in part that the battery has been moved to the back, which should make the Quest Pro more comfortable to wear. On the outside, there are now a total of 5 cameras, so pass-through on here is going to be significant to your eyes. The resolution isn't noticeably better, but at least the colors and the contrast are better thanks to the local dimming zones in the new lens. Let's take a look at these new controllers. There's no longer a big old ringer on the top, since the Quest Pro's controllers can now fully track themselves thanks to having 3 different cameras on each. Overall, I really like it. From the drifty controllers to the docking station where everything charges up wirelessly, it's definitely a more premium experience.